And our top 5 this week is the top 5 movies you only need to see once. Now, this does not necessarily mean it sucked. It just means that you liked it, but do you really need to go back and watch it again?
Oh yeah, it could be a good movie.
Yeah,
it could be one of the best movies ever made. We just, there's certain aspects that make it a one-time watch.
Every movie on my list is a good movie. One of them is a okay movie. Everybody went gaga over it, but I was like, it was okay.
No.
But yeah. So this might be a little controversial. I'm going to fire the first shot across the bow. My number 5 movie that you only need to see once, simply because once you find out the story and the plot and the twist, you don't need to see it again. As much as I love this movie, but Fight Club.
Oh, nice. Great movie.
Great movie. Fantastic movie.
Plot. Tyler Durden kicks ass. The whole movie premise, you got Meatloaf in that movie. I felt bad for Meatloaf, by the way, and that character he played. But that movie is just great. Good choice, man.
Great movie. And once you find out that it's all in his head, it's like, all right, do I need to go watch this again?
Yeah, that's a good choice, man.
Yeah,
and
great movie. Though. Great
brings
movie.
up a good fucking. Okay, I left this movie off this list for a reason, but that's a good point there, Pete.
Yeah, no, that's definitely would have made my list.
But
I've already a solo list.
But I've already watched it. I've already watched it more than once. So there's no way.
There's some cool shit going on in the chat here. I have to find. So people need to send us some pictures.
Yeah.
So so apparently people think Stefan looked like Peter Sellers. I have to see that because I love Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers rocks.
One of the most amazing underrated movies was his last movie. Go see Being There. I love that freaking movie. Peter, did you guys finally see Being There with Peter Sellers? Did you guys see that?
No, you mentioned it.
Go watch it. It's such a dark comedy, but it's just a great movie. Stefan, send us some pictures. I have to see if you look like Peter Sellers.
It's funny you mentioned that because you literally mentioned that last time. That's funny.
Yeah. Travis says he's told he looks like Ralph Macchio and the Hawaiian guy from Blue's Clues.
Hey, you're the Karate Kid, bro.
Hey guys, come on, you got to send me some pictures. I'll give you my email and we'll throw them up here next week.
Was it from The Outsiders? What was it called? Johnny Boy, or what is it?
He was
What's his name?
Was he Pony Boy?
Yeah,
Pony
wasn't he?
The Golden Pony Boy.
Yeah, I think it's Pony Boy.
So we need to see that. Oh, Pete's chiming in with the movies you only need to see once, and yeah, of course, Halloween Ends. Saw it once, never again.
Yeah, I agree, Pete.
That's too funny.
Let's see. Stefan saying again, I don't know. When I see good films, I tend to watch them again. Yeah, these movies like Fight Club is great. Like if Fight Club is on and there's nothing on, I'll watch it. But you don't actively have to see it again because once you find out about it, you kind of know. You know, there's really nothing that you need to go back and see that you might have missed. But it's a great movie, not a knock at all. So, what about you guys?
Oh man,
number 5 is The Blair Witch Project.
I thought of The Blair Witch Project too. I was like, I should shoehorn it in here somewhere. But yeah, it's the same thing. Once you find out how it plays out, it's like, do you need to go back and watch it again?
I remember found footage, and I remember the part that creeped me out was the ending. You know, when they was going into that little whatever, and you saw like the nail scrapings on the wall. And then, like that was a one-time watch. And then you have all these spin-offs. You know, you had the other ones, and then you got the Paranormal Activity and all that. The Paranormal, I picked that movie because those other movies that I mentioned, Paranormal Activities, all of them, you literally can just watch them shits one time and never have to watch them again.
Yeah, you don't need to watch them again. Yeah, that whole franchise could fall into this category.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So, oh, come on, Stefan. You don't have the urge to rewatch Halloween 5? Come on, you gotta join us on Tuesday and rewatch it with us. You have to.
Oh yeah. I love it too, man. But it's just I don't feel the need to have to watch it again. You know,
I do like it
with teeth in it, all that shit. Nah.
I will say this: I remember when I first watched the Blair Witch Project. Admittedly, I didn't watch it in the theaters. I saw it on home video, and I will mention that I did go back and rewatch the very end when he's standing by the wall, just staring at and then the camera, because I'm like, did I miss something? Rewound it, like he's just standing there, right? I thought he was like taking a piss or something. So I'm like, I gotta go back and rewatch that. So I did rewind it a few times just to see if I missed something. That I did do, but yeah, you don't really need to rewatch it.
Not at all.
That's good. My number 4 And people are gaga about this movie, and it's not a bad movie, but for some reason, it was okay. And once I watched it, I'm like, I didn't need to go back and see it again. And it's Hereditary.
Oh, good choice. I've watched it only once because I'm too scared to watch it again.
He didn't want to put it on the list. He was like, but I really like that movie.
I debated it making the list, but it was fucking scary, man. The ending was fucked up.
It was.
When she's crawling on the mom is like crawling on the fucking walls in the middle of the night, or when you see her on the wall, like just fucking while he's in bed. Dude, I get chills just thinking about that shit, man. Like, fuck
I don't know that movie. People, I've had people like get angry with me because that movie and the Babadook. I'm like, I didn't think much of them. Everybody's like, I do not like those. I go, I didn't say I didn't like them. I just didn't see that they were like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, or I'm too fucking old, too bald, too fat.
Totally get and for me, the reason why I don't want to rewatch it is because it's too fucking scary to me. You know, every people have whatever reason, but for me, if I had to choose out one, it would be because of that. Fuck that movie. That movie's scary.
Good choice. Can watch almost any Halloween movie multiple times, except for Resurrection, RZ2, and Ends. Can't do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't argue. I don't think I'd argue with you there. Travis, what's a movie that isn't rewatchable, pacing or action-wise, that you always have the urge to revisit? Birdman with Michael Keaton, Moonlight, and Nightcrawler are a few of them.
Ooh.
That's a good question. A movie that isn't rewatchable, pacing or action-wise, that you always have the urge to revisit.
You know what? The Hurt Locker for me. The Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
I remember watching that movie one time, and I remember, I love the movie. I love it, and I remember everything about it. I just never just got to watching it again. But it's a great movie, for sure. No need to watch it again.
I can almost say, I don't know if I'm going to piss people off with this, but the first one that came to my mind, I enjoyed it, but it was. It's a good movie, but I never really had the desire to go back and rewatch it. It was the fuck is the movie with Aaron Brockovich with Julie Roberts?
Oh yeah,
good movie, great source material because it's true, it's a true story, but nah. So that for some reason that's the first one that popped in my head.
What's that darn movie? Oh, okay. How about that movie Stone Cold? With the guy who was the former football player. He had like the blonde hair with the mullet.
Oh, Brian Bostwick?
Yes. Remember that movie?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh,
Stone Cold. That's a watch along. That's a watch along.
That would be a good top five. Top five movies we want to know why they were made. Who greenlit this son of a bitch?
Dude, I have no idea where that came from right now. I have no idea. I was like,
all right, I'll shoot my load on this one and say Skinamarink. It was my number one.
Stone Cold.
Yeah. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, Hereditary, and it's no knock on Hereditary. I'm by no means saying it sucked, but for me, I watched it. I was like, I wasn't gaga over it, and I really didn't need to go back and watch it. Same with the Babadook, because I remember we do this thing in the summertime. You guys know this. Maybe the guys in the chat might not know, where I set up a movie screen in my backyard and we watch movies in the summertime. Sit outside, have a cigar, a couple of drinks. I set up for my daughter and her girlfriends, and they'll sit outside and they'll camp outside and watch movies. And we were trying to find like a real scary movie. So we're Googling the scariest movies, and Babadook kept coming up because I had heard about it, but I never got a chance to see it. So we're all watching it. We're all just like, I'm like, anybody here scared? And they're like, no, this is kind of lame. It's okay. I just thought it was me.
Yeah.
But to each his own.
It was touted as the scariest movie of all time.
That's why we watched it.
Yeah, that's right. That is too funny.
Oh God, dude! Look at Stefan.
You're going crazy.
Caligula. Holy crap! What did you come up with that one, man? You must be around my age, Stefan. I don't know if I ever asked you that. Holy crap! I remember that.
You know what? Vampire in Brooklyn. Damn it! How about that?
Vampire in Brooklyn. Yeah, I like Vampire in Brooklyn.
I love Vampire in Brooklyn. I don't feel like I need to watch it again, but it was good. It was great. Let's see, you guys. Pale Kid.
What is a movie you struggle with to rewatch because of something disturbing or gross in it? The Garbage Pail Kids movie has the girl with snot under her nose in every scene. It makes me nauseous. Well, we can go back to the Blair Witch Project with the girl with when she's
Oh, yeah,
filming herself and she got that freaking boogie that just keeps going in and out like a yo-yo. I could see that. You know, one of the disturbing scenes probably would be the scene in Hostel 2 with what's her name? Oh, what the hell's her name? Heather Matarazzo.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
upside down and the girl's sitting there picking at her and taking the blood bath. That's just disturbing as hell.
Yes. You know what? And keep that train of thought. That director. Just keep that train of thought. You might hear him again. Oh, and look at this is funny. Super Mario Brothers film, 93. Okay, John Leguizamo, the guy from Roger Rabbit, was the main guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, yeah, the older gentleman. I can't think of his name.
Can't remember his name. Bob Haskins or
Bob Haskins.
Bob Haskins. You know the girl who played Peach or Daisy in that movie? She was here at that same convention.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get to meet her today.
We were just talking about this movie earlier.
Yeah, we were literally just talking about
Hudson Hawk. Wow.
Super Mario Brothers 93.
Oh, Cats. I had no desire to see Cats. I remember seeing Cats on Broadway years ago. Mamma Mia. Yeah, same thing. No desire.
High Tension was as gory as fuck. One of the best movies, dude. High Tension rocks, Pete. That is great. Whoa.
Yeah, everybody notice because D. Ref and Hansen did so well on Broadway, and when it does well, they just fast track it to a movie theater, and it usually sucks. Seriously, that's a good topic. You know, movies that were Broadway plays that translated to a film that was actually good, and there's not many that really did it. Grease comes to my fame.
Oh fuck! What was it? Okay, hold on. We forgetting this movie.
Yeah, we're really going off the rails with this one.
With Keanu Reeves, was it Knock?
Oh my god, that movie was trash.
Remember Knock? Where the girls go knock at Keanu Reeves' door, and he lets them in. You've never seen that?
What?
Pat?
No, I never saw that one.
You've never seen Knock?
You don't you watch it once. You don't need to see
it
again.
You watch this shit once, bro. You'll never want to see it again. Knock. Oh my god.
No, I have to check that. I have to write that down. I've not seen that. Knock.
I swear to God, you're gonna see Keanu Reeves like you've never seen him before.
It's these two girls that are like trying to blackmail him, right?
In a way.
Yeah.
They make him destroy his life.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Stefan. So Stefan's 31. I got the 3-disc Imperial edition of DVD of Caligula. Oh, okay. So you're a lot younger than me. You're 20 years younger than me. I'm 51. I was just wondering, I'm like, damn, you know about Caligula?
Caligula. Dude, Knock, dude. You're gonna freak out. You're gonna love it because there's some sexiness going on in there with these two girls.
Pete's right. This is a hard movie to sit through too. I Spit on Your Grave.
She got her revenge though. So
she did. She did. That's the best part of it. Yes.
Yes.
knock at the cabin. There you go.
Yeah.
Weirdly, as good as it is, Inglourious Basterds is one I haven't felt like rewatching. I can see that. It's a great movie. Yeah.
I've seen it more than once, but that one did cross my mind.
Yeah, actually, so I said, so what was your number 4, guys? Because we went off the rails.
Oh shit.
The Revenant.
Oh,
The Revenant. Look at you guys. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that
was me.
This was her all
I was
day.
like, I only need to see him fight a bear once for 3 hours.
I think I only saw it once. Yeah.
It was a great movie. He finally won the Academy Award. Blah blah. Leo did, but that movie I have only seen the one time, and I have never seen it since for probably good reason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a rough one too, man. And I remember my wife and I watching this. She was in tears watching this movie, The Last Temptation of Christ, The Passion of Christ.
Oh, yeah.
The Passion of the Christ. That is a rough movie to sit through.
They always show that during Easter, and it's like I start watching it, and then I have to stop watching it.
Yeah,
Stefan, I'm 51, unfortunately. Just old.
You're not old. 51 is the new 31.
I'll tell my body that. Tell my hair that. Tell my wife that.
It's all right. Nothing but a number.
So my number 3, another great movie, and I actually loved the performance in it. It was in what's his name? Nicholas Cage won Academy Award for it, but Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas. That's such a good movie. He was
Great
really,
movie.
he
But
was really good in that movie, man.
He was great in that, and so was oh god, what the hell's her name? I'm drawing a blank from Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh, you're talking about Shue.
Elizabeth Shue.
Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah. Great movie, but it's just not a lot of rewatchability as far as I'm concerned.
Not at all.
Once you see it, you've seen it.
You know what's funny is I always get that movie confused with the one from Vegas, Honeymoon in Vegas or something.
Honeymoon in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, I always get those two movies confused.
Big difference.
Yeah, big difference. But it's just like I always get them confused. The one with James Caan. Damn it! Focus.
Hold on,
there we go. I got it. All right. Hollow Man. Oh yeah, with Kevin Bacon. Hollow Man.
Yeah.
Those are not rewatchable.
What do you guys got for number 3?
All right, man. So this one made the list because we're going through like some older movies and whatever, and this is something we just recently watched. So number 3 brought to you The Whale with Brendan Fraser. Recently won the Academy Award
for Best Actor. No,
for Best Actor. We literally watched this movie from start to finish, didn't skip a beat, and at the end of it, we looked at each other like this and said, I don't ever watch that movie again. We're glad that we literally said this before this topic was picked.
Yeah.
We said, I'm glad that we watched it, but we never need to see that movie again.
Ever again. He did great. The whole movie is set in his apartment.
Yeah.
And
spoilers.
Yeah, he did great. However, it's painful watching someone
do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Do what he's
destroy themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
It was just hard to see, and it was grotesque.
Because that story is probably more real than you think.
Yeah, that's what sucks about it, is the reality of it. And that probably affects a lot of people that struggle with mental health issues and how it
look at the TV shows you have, like My 500-Pound Life, My 600-Pound Life. It's all this shit.
Yeah, man, it was hard, man. And the parts where he would overindulge, and there was parts where it was just...
There was parts where he was literally eating his emotions, and it was very hard to watch.
So,
yeah, I have to watch it one day just to see it. Just, it's one of those movies you just have to watch, I guess, once, which is this list. So yeah, I have to definitely check it out, because I heard I saw like snippets of it, admittedly, and just shows you where my head is. I do follow a lot with movies, but not a lot. But I had never even heard of it.
We hadn't either until
never even heard of it. Yeah,
it's all because of Jamie Lee. Honestly, if there wasn't so much buzz around Jamie Lee and her nomination and the other movies and everybody involved, it's kind of what sparked us to watch. All these recent. Because for me, they didn't really garner a lot of attention. It was, for me, the Academy Awards is just to say, hey, we think you should watch this. We think it's really good. Here, watch this. I don't watch movies based on the Academy Award recommendation.
No, me neither. No.
But because of the fact that Jamie Lee won, that made me watch Anything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere.
Whatever that one is.
I was actually going to watch that. I was pissed because when I flew out on Friday, the first plane I was on had the Elvis movie. So I'm like, I want to see that, but it did have that other one, Everything Everywhere All at Once, whatever the hell that movie was.
I really pay attention.
Yeah.
So I watched. So I was more interested in the Elvis movie, so I watched Elvis movie, and then the connecting flights were only half hours, so they don't even have movies on them. But my one flight back from Atlanta to New Jersey had. I was looking for that movie because I figured, okay, I'll watch it. Everything All at Once, and it wasn't there. So the only thing was either Smile or Megan. So I'm like, I might as well just fucking watch Megan.
And not to mention, I think last week we had talked about, or the week prior, we had talked about what we had watched, and we watched The Mummy. So we had watched The Mummy 1 and 2.
I like The Mummy movies. I like it.
Brendan Fraser? Let's fucking watch Brendan
I still say my favorite performance is still Encino Man.
Yeah, exactly. So it was the whole nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
Those actors and actresses that were nominated and all the buzz and it got all of the attention that it got, maybe even after the fact, because of who it was, because of nostalgia. You had Data from freaking
Data from
Moodys.
winning a fucking Oscar. I mean, yeah,
He
was phenomenal.
You're resurrecting Brendan Fraser's career. Everybody's like, go Brendan Fraser, right? Everybody's like, woohoo! And then you got the best scream queen of all time gets nominated. Who does it? You know they're gonna get people to watch.
Her role is something else in that movie.
Yeah, and you know what? I could even go as far as saying I don't even see how she deserved that Oscar from watching the film. That's my opinion.
I could have saw her getting an Oscar because I enjoyed her performance in Knives Out.
Yeah, Knives Out was cool, but
I like Knives Out.
So for her to get Best Supporting and for Data to get Best Supporting Actor, Data did 100,000 times more shit than
and
Jamie
did better.
Lee. And
he had more source material.
Yeah,
and she was hardly in the movie. Like
she
you saw her, but not really. I don't think you got to see her act. Like
not as much. And her role was so weird.
Yeah. So for that reason, I was like,
it could have honestly. I feel like that role could have been somebody else.
I think what they did
didn't need to be Jamie Lee.
Yeah, I think what they did with Leo for The Revenant was they gave him the Oscar because he hadn't won up until that point, and that wasn't his best performance, in my opinion. You could pick a bunch of other movies from Leo as to why he could have won an Academy Award.
They wouldn't do that because, and this is no knock on The Departed because The Departed is fantastic, but Scorsese could have won it for any movie he got nominated for.
Absolutely.
And they probably said, look, there's a mob outside that's gonna fucking kill us if we don't give this guy an Oscar at some point because he's been nominated so many times because the movies are fantastic, and they finally said, all right, make sure he gets it this time so they don't kill us.
Yeah, so that's what they did with Leo, and I think with Jamie, because of all the buzz that she got from all the recent Halloween movies, all the work she's done in the past, and she's always been pro. She never shunned the Academy. Never shunned them. She always walked that line of, I love my horror fans, but I also still want to be a professional actress, and I do these other things too. So she always respected that, and they gave her the respect by giving her that award, I think. And she said, what did she say in her acceptance speech?
To all my genre
fans. Not horror fans, not genre fans.
Yeah.
She still kept that point where I am not just a scream queen. I'm more than that. And I think they did that because of her following.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. It's all about publicity. It's all about how many people you can get to come to the party. In my opinion, that's just how I started to rant on that.
No, I'm just checking out what's going on in the chat, and everybody's showing some love for Blockbuster. God, I miss Blockbuster. It was just so much fun to go to Blockbuster and rent movies and see stuff. It's me neither. Stefan, easy. Pat for me. I don't live in New Jersey anymore. I grew up in New Jersey. I grew up in Edgewater, New Jersey, which is the original Copland from the movie. No, I live in northeastern PA. It was easy to get a flight. If I get a flight, I usually fly out of Newark. But I know in Middlesex County very, very well. You're right, close. I saw somewhere you said you were close to Haddonfield, so you're right down by Cherry Hill where the Monster Manias are.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Jamie and Dana, P. Diesel.
Haddonfield. Yeah, that's right down by Cherry Hill by the Monster Manias. Now, I grew up in Edgewater, right by Fort Lee, by the George Washington Bridge. And I'm in northeastern Pennsylvania. I do work in Jersey. I work in, if you know Jersey, you Jersey people in the chat. I work in Piscataway, New Jersey.
Piscataway?
It's Piscataway. I say Piscataway.
Piscataway.
And Somerset. I usually and Manhattan. I do work in Manhattan.
Hey, what's up with Stefan?
What's that?
Let me see the Sea Buster. What?
I don't know. Did I miss something? Where did that come from?
I don't know where that came
from. I'll get back and read some of this stuff. You guys are having a ball in the chat here.
Did I miss the joke or what? What did I miss?
I did.
Oh my god. Sorry, Stefan. That was funny.
Oh, he's asking if you've been to Camp Novi Bosco. I've been there several times camping. Camp Novi Bosco is the camp that they filmed the original Friday the 13th at. It's in shit. What's the name of that town?
It's in shit.
It's in shit. It's definitely in shit. Now it's next to Stanhope, New Jersey, but it's fuck, I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the town. If you guys remember, hit me up. It's not Old Bridge. It's I went there camping. Yeah, Blair. It's in Blair.
Very nice.
Blair, New Jersey. It's I've been there. I didn't go on any of the tours. They're doing a really good one in the end of summer there because they do these Friday the 13th weekends where they're bringing a bunch of the original people in and have like this big thing for that weekend. And I was actually thinking about going. It's only like $180.
Oh,
So they're having like Amy Steele there and Adrienne King. They're bringing a bunch of people there, and it's going to be which admittedly is a little odd because Amy Steele, that was a different camp that they filmed part 2 at.
Yeah,
but the only time Hope, New Jersey. Yeah, Hope, New Jersey. You're right. I'm sorry, Stephen. I went there because my son was in Scouts. I was a Scoutmaster. When we camped there several times. So, and I never got one of the fucking cabins they filmed in. They were always the ones that's closer to the lake. So I'd always be walking down there taking pictures of everything. They looked at me like, this creep. Why is this guy taking a picture of the camp? So I remember going to one of the Scoutmasters. I'm like, it was filmed here, right? And they didn't know.
What?
I'm like, no, this is where they filmed the original Friday the 13th. And they're like, oh shit, don't tell any of the kids in my troop that. They'll be freaking out.
That's probably why they didn't know.
Yeah. So, oh, look at you. He works 10 minutes from Piscataway.
Piscataway.
Yeah, it's a hike from here. I tell people I lived in Jersey for 27 years, and then, like most Jersey people that live in northern New Jersey, you get the hell out because it's just unaffordable to live in New Jersey.
Get the hell on.
And not that it's getting any better in Pennsylvania these days, but 9 more years. I'm hoping 9 more years, and I can get the hell out of Dodge. But oh man, we went off the rails. So my number really went off the rails on this one. So you gave you gave your number 3, right?
Yeah, The Whale. Yeah,
The Whale. So my number 2, which is pretty obvious, is going back to M. Night Shyamalan. Once you see it and it's spoiled, you don't need to see it again. The Sixth Sense.
That was
we talked about that.
We talked about that one too. Good choice, man. Especially when you know the ending, the Bruce Willis character. You're like, no,
right?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
and you know what? Yeah, all these people are like, oh, I knew the whole time he was a ghost. I'm like, no, you didn't. I had no fucking clue he was a ghost. I remember saying to me, my wife in the theater, like, we had no goddamn clue. And everyone's like, I figured out the first 5 minutes. I said, yeah, right. Go eat shit. No, you didn't. Stop. You get those people that are like, oh, I figured it out right away to sound smart. It's like, no, you didn't. Shut up. Go home.
No, you didn't. No, it wasn't until the end. You're like, no.
Yeah. So great movie. Nothing. I can't say anything bad about it. It's a fantastic movie. But once you see it, you really kind of don't need to see it again.
Oh, that whole ending kind of ruins it for you.
Yeah, it's a whodunit. It's a mystery. Once the mystery's solved, and then you need to go back and watch it.
A lot of the whodunits are like that. Just watch it once and.
Well, except for the screams, because I thought about that.
Right.
And when you think about these movies, it's like top movies you only need to see once. You know who the killers are in all the screams once you see them, but you always see. That's what I'm saying. That it's always
clue.
It's a specific thing about a movie. It's not just the ending. But I get The Sixth Sense, though, for that specific movie, you literally, once you find that out, you don't need to watch it again because it takes away everything. It takes it all away. You're like,
We watched this last night. It's funny you mentioned this, Travis. I have not seen Split. Me and my wife and my daughter and my boyfriend, we were going to watch it because I forgot about it. And we were going to watch it last night, and I don't know, we got sidetracked and we never did. But yeah, I got to go back and watch Split.
I really like Split.
Is that the motherfucker with all the multiple personalities?
Yeah, he has like 27 personalities.
Oh yeah,
that dude, good.
Professor Xavier and the new X-Men.
I heard good things about it, and it was on my radar, and then it wasn't, and I just never saw it. Then my daughter came home. She's like, "Oh, we want to watch that movie Split." I was like, "Wow, I forgot about that movie." I said, "Let's watch it," and I forget what the hell happened. We all got sidetracked and didn't watch it. Oh. International Man of Mystery. What's up, Rob?
Hey, Robbie.
Hello.
Hey, put another shrimp on the Robbie.
The man, the myth, the legend. So that's my number 2. What do you guys got? Number 2.
Every time we see Rob, we got to do hey, put another shrimp on the Robbie. I don't know where they came from. Okay.
International Man of Mystery.
Number 2, you mentioned one of his previous movies, and I just got to throw this out there from 2013, The Green Inferno, Eli Roth.
Oh, and that's a really good movie, but I can see that.
Yes,
once you figure out how it all plays out, yeah.
I've literally seen that movie one time, and I thought about reasons as to why I didn't watch it again. It was because the gore is what it is, but once you realize the way it plays out, I lose interest in it. So it was a good movie to watch. It was really, really good. Another entry in the Eli Roth, saga. But yeah, for me, number 2, The Green Inferno.
Yeah, good movie. Sorry, I'm texting your son. He just called me. He knows I'm on the podcast, but
Tell him what up.
yeah, he just called. I'm like, what are you doing here? I'll call him back. For those that don't know, my son has an uncanny resemblance to Joe. So he looks just like Joe. He could be Joe's son, except that I just get stuck with the tab.
Yeah, you literally raised him.
I pay for everything.
I'm grateful to you, Pat. So thank you for taking care of my boy.
And we've reached, and now we're on to our number 1. So my number 1, and when we talked about this topic, it came to my mind. It was my first one. And I didn't tell my daughter because this is my daughter's favorite movie. Because I will tell her after the fact so I can listen to her. Like, are you kidding me? It's her favorite friggin' movie. My number 1 movie that you only need to see once, Titanic.
Oh, because you already know what happens.
Yeah.
How's it gonna? I wonder what's gonna happen to the Titanic.
Yeah.
Do you live under a rock? It's gonna fucking.
Jack, there was room
That's
for
her
Jack.
favorite movie. That's so interesting.
It's my daughter's favorite movie. She loves it.
I would have pegged her for like Clueless or something like that.
Oh, the Notebook.
No.
The Notebook.
She just her and her boyfriend just went because didn't they just show it again in the theaters recently?
They did.
Yeah, she just went.
Or something.
It was like an anniversary, and her and the boyfriend went to see it. And the other night they were watching it, and again, I'm like, you're watching. And I can't argue with her because she just shakes her head when I watch Halloween for the 8 billionth time. So I just
at least it's not a 3-hour movie.
I was not seeing you. I was not seeing you go that route, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. I can't say that it's not. But like once you watch it, it's like, do you need to go back and watch it again? It's really long. First of all, you know how it's going to happen. I mean, granted, the story's made up. It's not factual as far as the people that are in it. I mean, there's some factual people that are on there that were actually on the Titanic, but fantastic movie, and I'm not berating it in the least bit. But I can honestly say if I've watched it twice, it's a lot.
Yeah,
I saw it in the theaters and maybe once or twice on after the fact, and it's like, I really kind of don't need to.
That's true. I can't remember last time I seen it.
Wow, special guest in the chat, Joe. Beastly Space is your son.
Hey,
hello.
What's up, buddy?
Beastly Space is my son, Terrence. She dragged it. Yeah, we went to when we went to Ireland several years ago. We went to the Titanic Museum.
No way.
And the Titanic. If you're ever in Belfast, go to the Titanic Museum. It's cool as hell. Yeah, that's why my daughter was dying to go to the Titanic Museum because it's her favorite friggin' movie.
That's awesome. Thanks for joining, buddy. It's good to.
Yeah, look at that special guest appearance by my son.
That's right. That's awesome.
So he's either calling me for one thing. You need money for something?
Worth the second watch.
Well, you only get to see her rack on the drawing, right? Just on the drawing, right?
Oh, that's true. You don't see them.
Yeah.
You don't see them for real, right? You just see the drawing.
I think you just see the drawing, which I think is a total ripoff.
It's been a long time.
But it's been a long time.
Nothing wrong with a PG movie with tits. I'll second that, Stefan.
Hey, I'll take pencil movies. That's all right.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Is a little overrated. I think so, and it's a fantastic film. And I'm not knocking it by no means. I just really have zero desire to see it again.
Yeah.
No,
I do. I get it. I totally get it.
So what you guys come up with your number one?
Well, this was a movie that we watched. Was it in the theater?
Mm-hmm.
It's back in 2020. Go ahead, Mom.
Oh, this is The Invisible Man.
Oh,
Again, it's really good.
Great movie, but I can see that. I've only seen it once.
Yeah, I've only seen it that one time in the theater.
Loved it. Thought it was fantastic. No desire to see it again.
Yeah, it was super cool. It was once you find out how he was doing what he was doing, the reveal, I'm not gonna give it away, with the whole,
Yeah, with the suit, right? Yeah.
The suit. That right there, once you learn that key fact,
like,
everything else,
and then,
much like The Sixth Sense, it doesn't have that rewatchability. It's just, it was so good. And then once you found that out, then it just kind of like, you saw that, you don't need to go back to it ever again.
Yeah, and it's not a knock because I love that movie. It had some great stuff in it, and it was actually much different than I expected it to be, especially if you watch the original like Universal Monsters type Invisible Man. I went in there blindly watching that, and I was very pleasantly surprised. I thought it was a great movie, but yeah, I admittedly have seen it once. That's it.
Yeah, us
Same
too.
here, yeah, man. Oh, and MB has an honorable mention whenever if you have some.
So your son just wanted to tell me that he's coming home this weekend. Yes, he's coming home for Easter weekend.
There you
And
go.
I never noticed on your YouTube avatar. That is shit. What the fuck's his name? Oh, Terrence. What's his name? Because Terrence loves him. What the hell's his singer? Old school Western singer. He sings that down in the western hills of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. What the hell is it? Marty Robbins. Marty Robbins.
There you go. It looks like a video game character.
Yeah, Marty. I had to think about it. Marty Robbins. Yeah, he loves Marty Robbins.
Red Dead Redemption or something like that.
It was in a video game, and he fell in love. And one day he's playing it in his car, and I'm like, "You're playing Marty Robbins?" Because it's in one of the damn video games, so he loves it.
I bet you that's what it is. It's from Red Dead Redemption or something. I'm telling you.
Invisible Man was a great first watch, but Kevin Bacon did a movie, extremely similar movie, but just good watch for once. Which one?
Oh, he's talking about the Kevin Bacon one where he's the doctor, Invisible Man. Oh no, was it?
No, which one? I'm confused.
Yeah, remember they inject him with that stuff, and then he goes crazy.
Oh.
He kills
okay.
Elizabeth Shue, and then what's his name? The guy who played in Goonies, the older one.
I cannot think of the name of that movie.
Oh, the older Goonie. Brolin.
Yeah, that guy.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin was in that movie too. Gosh, dog it. Hollow Man. Hollow Man.
Yeah.
Hollow Man. Yes.
Thank you. Oh, it was a video game, Fallout New Vegas. That's
where
Marty Robbins
there
was.
You go. Oh, that's a newer game. My bad.
Yeah, Travis is knocking out of the park. I know.
You
guys got some great things going on.
We cover in all areas here, 80s, everything. We got it. We're hitting on so many different movie points. So
that's what's good about these topics. Once we get started, we're always like, "Oh man, is this going to be enough?" And then here we are, 2 hours and 20 minutes later, we're still freaking going, and we can still keep going. I have no problem with it. Yeah, it's just it's such a laundry list of movies. I'm trying to think what some other ones that I was going to put on here.
MB had an honorable mention. You want to go for it?
Oh yeah, what was your honorable mention?
Terrifier 2. Don't need to say that.
That one I'll disagree with because I've seen that. I've watched it so many times because it's just such a fun movie.
It is, but also I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the gore, I've said this story, and my son's in the chat too. Terrence, I forget if he ever saw Terrifier or not, but my daughter, his sister, she we tried watching Terrifier, but when they tried to hacksawing the girl in half, we're like, okay, we're done, we're out, and she shut off.
Understandable.
She likes horror movies. She loves horror movies, but she's like, no, she likes the horror movies, but not necessarily the gore.
Fair.
Oh, so you did see the first one, not the second one. The second one's a lot of fun. I actually like it better than the first one.
Yeah.
So that is our top 5 movies you only need to see once.
That's right.
Thanks for watching our latest top 5 from an episode of That Horror Movie Podcast. We do That Horror Movie Podcast every Sunday night live at 8 p.m. on this channel. And every week we feature a top 5 that we all do together and share live with everybody in the chat. So if you have any ideas, by all means, drop them in the comments below. Like this video. It helps everybody find this channel. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And we will see you on Sunday nights.